We're going into price action, and the first and foremost thing we're going to be touching is support and resistance. And I call it the auto support and resistance because it continues to respond to the continuous change in the market. That's how powerful this stuff is. So how do we build that? Let's get into it right away. So we're going to come here and click on new project. Then we'll go to MetaTrader 5 and call this the auto support and resistance. All right, we're going to come here. We don't need the no trade option in this particular bot. So we're going to drag out the condition bar, click on this. Now, support and resistance has to do with the lowest and the highest points for a certain period of time in the market. Okay, so this does not really need much of the lot sizing and all of that. All we need here primarily is we're gonna need the candle start ID because we'll be working with candles, and candle end ID. Okay, those are some of the few things we'll be needing for this particular bot. Then we'll be needing the line width because we want this EA to draw lines for us. I'm gonna make this line width 3. Candle start ID would be 0. And candle end ID would be 48, so that if we're using the 1 hour time frame, it can capture the past 2 days for us in the support and resistance. So first thing we're going to do is come here and go to we'll go to candle ID, and we're working on the support now. So we'll come here and say candle ID 0 needs to be above. We'll come to we don't want indicator this time, we want to come to market properties, and then we'll click on this and say the lowest price candles period. Start candle ID would be 0. Start candle ID would be 0, and end candle ID would be 48. Let's check what we put there. Yeah, 0 and 48, that's correct. So this is for our support. Then for our resistance, we want the exact opposite. What did we just tell this bot? We just told this bot that we want the current candle to be above the lowest point the market has been in the past 48 candles. And then we want this candle to be below the highest price point candle period. And then we're gonna put our start candle ID 0 and end candle ID what to get price value. So yeah, all right, so we have this. Now we're going to need to use one of the blocks we've not used yet, controlling blocks. We're going to use the AND block, and just like AND suggests in English, we're combining rice and beans, this and this here. And then we want to work with, we're going to come to chart and objects because we need to draw a line that will show our support and resistance. So I'm going to come here. We want this block to create one object per bar. We're going to say no. The name of this block is going to be support. Let's call it our support line. Type of line, vertical? No, vertical. We want a horizontal line. Okay. And we're going to come to market properties again. Come to lowest price candles period, start candle ID, and end candle ID. Okay. Then we'll scroll up and click on standard properties. We want to choose the color of the line, and we will choose green. We need something green to tell us that that's a support. Spring green, Let's work with line, solid line. So line width, this is where we need that block for line width, and then click on update. So that's the support line. Let's do the resistance line. The resistance line is the line at the top. So we're going to call this resistance. Horizontal line, not time period, please, candles period, so that we can pick our candle start ID and end candle ID. Then we have to change this color now to crimson. Let's change it to something that has to do with red. Okay, and then we'll click on update. So this is done. All right, we're done with our support and resistance, but let us see how that looks on the charts. So one of the things we'll be helping you do is, as a member of the community, submit the bot styles you would want so that we can work on it together, and some of our live sessions will be live. We'll be having a live display of how that was built. All right. See, so let's go to our chart. Let's go here and paste the bots. Support and resistance. So I'm going to come here and refresh. It should be the first on the list, auto support and resistance. Then, so for this, I think we might need to test it live. So I'm going to come to Euro JPY, or let's do Euro GBP. All right. Then go to H1. Let me put this. And then let's capture our support and resistance. So I'm going to drag it to the chart and we'll see if we did a good job. This is what it looks like. Let's click on OK. Bam. It just drew our support and resistance, and you can see our line width. So in the past 48 hours, this is the highest price point price has hit. If we wanted to extend this further, I will just increase the candle end ID. So let's say we want to capture the past 100 candles. I'm going to type 100 there and put it up, and then click on OK. And let's see what happens. All right, see, it just adjusted to capture the past 100. So you can also see that so it would have captured here, and then when price came here, we saw a reaction. This would have been one of the trades would have been using this. Let me quickly record this. So you can see this and this. You can see. So if we wanted the lines to be thicker, we could increase our line width to maybe 10 so that it captures that zone very clearly for us. I'll need to make it 10, and let's see what happens to the lines. Bam. So you can see this was the first one, and we would have been expecting a reaction here, and clearly this was a beautiful trade to have been in. Then it captured this, and we can see two other rejections before price went this way. So automation is beautiful, in all honesty, when you understand how it works. Okay, this EA would always adjust no matter the market. Let's come to Euro JPY and drag it in, and you saw we just built it in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's how long it took us to build it. You can see it reacted here, right? And then the market came here again and gave us another reaction. This would have been a clean trade just yesterday, as you can see here, just yesterday. All right. That's how powerful automation can be. And we built this in just a few minutes. Okay. So thank you for watching this video. If I wanted to automate this now, remember these lines have a name. You can see the name here, support, the name here, resistance. I would build a bot and tell the bot that every time price comes here, crosses below this particular line, initiate a trade. That's how to do it. Initiate a trade. So That being said, these are auto support and resistance line, and it will keep adjusting no matter the market, no matter the peer. And you now have access to it as a member of the community. I'll see you in the next class where we'll be building a candlestick pattern robot. See you there. Cheers.